Hello, my friend. It's Tanya at Move Deeply, and I have my first outdoor video of 2021. I'm really excited to finally be outside again, as I just love being surrounded by nature, and it just feels really true to me, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So today I'm going to run you through a great sequence of somatic exercises and a restorative yoga pose that can help reduce symptoms of sciatica and piriformis syndrome. So if you're familiar with these sensations in your body, you know they can be very uncomfortable, and they're often just based on one side of the body. So it's to do with asymmetry that can start compressing the nerve, the sciatic nerve in your hip area, and that can cause pain that runs all the way down into your feet. So if you're just starting to experience sciatica, this is a great way to start reversing things in your body that can potentially make it get worse over time. But if you're already suffering consistently, this is an excellent way to help ease those symptoms and possibly even reduce them so you don't feel them as often. So it takes regular practice. So if you just favorite this video, just give it a like, save it to your favorites, and you can always come back to it and practice at least once a week. And you'll start to notice some changes in your body and hopefully not as much pain. So all you need for this class is a yoga bolster or a couple of pillows or even a stack of books for our final restorative yoga pose at the end. And other than that, just a soft place to lie down, wear something comfortable, and we'll get started. So we're going to start lying down. So if you're in a seated position, slowly come down onto your elbows and then slide your elbows away from you and let your head rest on the floor. Open your arms about 45 degrees away from your body with your palms facing up, just to open up your chest more here. And we will start to notice how we're feeling against the floor. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the abdomen and the ribs, expanding. And then exhale and relax your body further into the floor. And then inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. And we're going to prepare for our arch and flatten warm up. So we'll take it nice and easy. If this is brand new to you, that's perfectly fine. Just follow along as best you can, but be sure to check out my channel for more breakdowns of all of these exercises and more beginner level videos. But I've got you. This is a very gentle practice, so don't worry. So on an inhale, you're going to slowly arch your back away from the floor, putting a bit more weight on your tailbone, rolling onto it. We're not pushing too much here, just taking it nice and easy, feeling a contraction through the lower back muscles. And then slowly relax back down. Relax. I'm weird with my voice there. Let gravity bring you back down. And then slowly flatten your back against the mat on your exhale. So you're getting rid of all the space between you and the floor, contracting through the front of your body here, just in your lower abdominals. And then slowly start to relax those muscles and allow your spine come back to its starting position. And then you're going to inhale, come back into that arch. Try to relax the rest of your body as best you can here as you do this. And then slowly release your muscles and come back down with gravity. and relax. And on your next exhale, flatten your spine against the floor, feeling nice long through your back. And then slowly release. The key with somatics is to go as slow as you possibly can to help retrain the nervous system to better control everything. This is where you get the most benefit. Slowly inhale again, one more time to arch. And then gradually relax back down with control. Try to sense all those muscles in your back gradually moving. Try to keep your eyes closed as much as possible to make this process that much deeper between the mind-body connection. And then exhale to flatten. Try not to squeeze your glutes here or anything. It's just a very gentle contraction through your lower abdominals to flatten your back. And then slowly release those muscles, returning to neutral spine. And just notice how you're feeling. And now we're going to slowly roll over onto our stomach, nice and easy. And we'll be practicing an exercise called the back lift. So this is going to relax muscles all along your back body. And it's good for a large variety of problems, including neck pain, upper back pain, lower back pain, and in this case, sciatica. So you're going to look to your right side, rest your cheek on your hand. So your right hand is on the floor, your left cheek is resting on it. Make sure you're feeling nice and relaxed here. Bring your attention to your left leg. And on your inhale, start to lift your torso and your leg off the floor evenly. You might not come up very high, just as high as you can without straining. These are all gentle exercises. And then once you're at your highest, start to slowly release back down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Try to lower at the same rate between your upper and lower body. And completely relax at the bottoms, very important. Let those muscles reset. And again, on your inhale, slowly come up with control. Keep your eyes closed here and really feel that contraction from your shoulder all the way down to your feet. Slowly lower with control for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And completely relax and melt into the floor. Take a breath. And again, if you want to break down this exercise more, I have another video to teach you that in my channel, so be sure to check that out. I'm going to do this one more time. Inhale, slowly come up. And slowly lower down with control, as slow as you can, to that count of 8. And when you get to the bottom, completely relax. We're going to slowly switch sides, so bring your left hand up and relax your right arm alongside your body. And rest your right cheek on your left hand, so your left elbow is bent. And again, on your next inhale, slowly come up, this time lifting the right leg, so your left side is coming up and your right leg is coming up. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. Just notice if that side felt different at all, anywhere in your body. Most of the time it will. We all have right to left imbalances. And do that again on your inhale. Slowly come up. Just reaching gently through your foot. And slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And one more time, inhaling, slowly come up. And slowly lower. If you have any temptation to rush through a part, just take note of that and try to slow down. And relax. And now we're going to slowly roll over and practice an exercise called the side curl. So if you have sciatica on just one side of your body, you're welcome to practice this just on that side. So that'll help to balance out your body. You can try it on both sides with me first, but in the future, if you watch this video again, you can always do the exercise just on the one side that you experience sciatica. So I'm right now lying on my left side, and my knees are in line with my hips, feet are in line with the knees. My bottom arm is just relaxed at a position that feels comfortable. I'm going to rest my head on there, and my spine is in line with the back of my mat. So I'm going to bring my right hand just to rest over my ear, and my elbows pointing to the sky. And inhale to relax. And then exhale, lift my foot off the other foot, keep the knees together, begin to curl through the right side body here, top side, depending on which side you're on. Keep your eyes closed once you know what this looks like, and then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And inhale to relax. And exhale, slowly curl. Make sure the bottom side of your body is as relaxed as possible and that you're not trying to push yourself up with your bottom shoulder. So just try to relax that. You won't come up as high, and that's totally good. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And inhale. And then on your exhale, curling sideways. Imagine that there's 2 panes of glass on either side of your torso. And make sure your foot is above the other foot so you're not kicking in. You should feel this into your hip and all along your right side or top side. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So now if you're going to be doing both sides, follow me over to the other side. Otherwise, stick to your side that you're working on. Again, set yourself up as if you're sitting in an imaginary chair with your knees at a or your knees coming out in front of your hips and your feet below your knees. Nice right angle there. Bring your top hand to your ear, elbow facing up. Inhale, relax. And exhale, Slowly lift the foot and curl, imagining that panes of glass on either side of your torso. Try not to push up with your bottom shoulder, and then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Relax as much as possible. Inhale. Exhale, slowly curl. Lift your foot. Try to lift them at the same rate and then lower at the same rate. Slowly lower with control. Just noticing how this side feels to the other if you switched sides. And then inhale one more time to relax. And slowly come back up. Notice that line of tension all through your side body that you've created now. And then also noticing now as you release how all of your joints are connected, being controlled by these muscles, gradually lowering down. And completely relax at the bottom. You can release your hand back down. And just slowly roll over onto your back again. And now we'll be practicing the hip rotator release. So again, you can choose to do this just on your sciatica side, or try both sides with me. So your feet are about hip distance apart and comfortable distance from your bum. And you're going to bring the right foot in to get closer to the left, so it's around the center line of your body. And then slowly let your right knee open out to about halfway between your starting position and the floor. It's about 45 degrees. As long as you're not feeling a stretch here, otherwise come in a little bit. You don't want to activate any kind of stretch reflex here. And now slowly come back up about 2 inches, just activating the internal rotator muscles here on the right side. Try to relax the rest of your body, and then slowly drop the knee back out again, just a little further down. Just being mindful of avoiding any kind of stretch here. We're keeping it active. Come up again another couple inches. So we're just gradually bringing the knee closer to the floor while keeping it active, gliding up and down an inch at a time. Keep going until you feel like you're starting to experience a stretch, and when that happens, you will start to slowly slide your leg out and relax. So it's different for everyone depending on your mobility in your hip. And just notice how your hip feels there. And then slowly slide your leg back in. And now we're going to do the outside of the hip. So cross your left leg across the right if you're working on your right side. Otherwise, do the opposite. Make sure there's no space between your legs here. Just keep them hugged together, just gently. And now we're going to start to drop the legs to the opposite side. So I am dropping my legs to the left since I'm working on my right hip. If you're working on the left hip, you're dropping your knees to the right. So about halfway again, just until before you feel a stretch. And then slowly pull back about 2 inches, keeping the muscles active, and then gradually drop out again just a little more. And just like we did with the internal rotators, this is the external rotator, so you should feel this all around the outside of the hip, going up and down, just dropping a little bit further each time until you feel like you're getting into more of a stretch, in which case you're going to uncross your legs. I'm just going to do a few more here. And I'm going to uncross my legs and slowly slide the feet out again. And I'm going to work on the other side. So this time I'm bringing my left foot in towards the right. Feet are on the floor. So you can repeat the same side again if you want to just focus on that. Start to drop your knee out about halfway. And then bring it up slightly. And gradually down, moving nice and slow. Again, avoiding any kind of stretch. This is all about keeping your muscles active so that they can then fully release once you finish the exercise. It's the best way to bring unhealthy, stiff muscle tissue back to a mobile, flexible state. And once you feel like you've come to your full position there, just slowly slide the leg out again and relax. And then slowly glide the foot back in. And now we're crossing the opposite leg if you're doing the other side with me. So my right knee is crossing over the left. Make sure there's no space between your legs. And then slowly drop over to the right side. Into a stretch, like a twist stretch that you might do in yoga. That range where you don't feel the stretch. Just keeping those muscles active as you go up and down. Spread your legs out. So notice how your hips are feeling here. And now we've got our last exercise before we come into our restorative pose. So make your arms come out to a T and pick your sciatic side if you're working on one side, and bring that knee just above your hip. So I'm just doing my right side here, so right knee above the hip. And now I'm going to rotate my pelvis so that my right knee is dropping over to my left side. So if you're on the left side, your left knee is going to drop towards your right side. Don't worry about your shoulders staying on the floor. You rest your foot on the floor. Your knee is not trying to get down to the floor here. And now make sure your knee is about at a right angle from your hip. And start to lift your knee about 6-ish inches, not too high. You'll start to feel activation through your glute on this leg into your hip and your bum, and your foot is just following. So you're starting the lift with your knee and your foot follows. And then once you feel that activation, you're going to slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. Relax your whole body. And again, start to lift your top knee away from the ground, keeping it at around a right angle. Just experiment with where your knee is in space and notice where the most activation happens into your glute. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. And if you're staying on one side, you can stay there. Otherwise, slowly bring yourself back to center, and we'll work on the other side. So bringing that opposite knee over the hip here, and then slowly dropping over to the opposite side, letting the foot rest on the floor. And again, leading with the knee on this side, activating the glute there. Noticing if the side feels different. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then slowly come up again. And slowly lower. And completely relax at the bottom. And now just roll over back onto your back. Notice how you're feeling. And now we're going to slowly roll over to one side. And right about here, my audio stopped working, so I'm now giving you a voiceover. So you'll be grabbing your bolster and your props for your restorative pose. Just bring your bolster under your legs and make your way onto your back. And then slowly slide your prop under your pelvis and make sure it's fully supported. If this feels like too much on your back, then you might want to try a lower prop or just go into a Savasana and relax there. So now just allow your hips to sink into the prop. Relax the rest of your body and enjoy this lengthening through the front of your body and decompression of the lower back. If you feel like you need a bit more length in your lower back, you can just tuck your tailbone gently and gradually release that. And you might find you feel a bit more open through your low back now. And if you like, you can slowly extend one leg out, get a bit more of a stretch through the front of the hip. And when you're ready, switch legs, nice and easy. Notice if one side feels tighter than the other. And then slowly bring that leg in and remove your prop. And gently roll back down with your spine. And get ready for a short Savasana here. You can put the bolster under your legs. Just make sure your body is completely relaxed. So take a deep breath in. And exhale through your mouth and let everything go. Really just enjoying this time to yourself to integrate your practice and allow your mind and body to relax deeply. Now we're going to start to bring a little bit of movement back to our toes and fingers, and slowly start to move your body a little more and maybe take a nice big stretch. And then slowly roll over to one side and just take one more moment here for yourself. And then gradually bring yourself to seated. Notice how you're feeling. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you'd like to get to know somatics and restorative yoga as a practice on a deeper level, I have a lovely free 5-day program that you can find at movedeeply.com. It's completely free and you have access for as long as you like, and it'll walk you through several fundamental somatics exercises and restorative yoga poses that complement the practice to help you feel your best and increase your mobility, reduce tension, and all that good stuff. So until next time, keep moving deeply and take care.